Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Plaisted Park. Thank you for everybody attending today's game to celebrate our 5 seniors. These 5 players missed out on their freshman year due to COVID, but it never stopped them on playing the next 3 years. The 5 seniors I had this year are very humble, and it showed. I want to wish each and every senior the best in their future endeavors, and good luck in the future. Don't make this the last time you're playing baseball. Lots of baseball left for you guys. Very proud, and I want you guys to continue it. Play hard, play for each other. Each senior today will receive an engraved bat by Zorian Bats. We're going to announce the players, the senior, and the parents. Please go out to the pitcher's mound and see Coach Pagarulo and Coach Nestor. First player, captain, going to West Point, Sam Orcutt, with his father, Ben Orcutt. Our second senior, Justin Curcio, going to Harvard University. Parents, Anthony and Maria Curcio. Justin hit his first home run yesterday and also had a no-hitter. Congratulations, Justin. third senior, Nick Piccolo. Nick will be heading to UMass Boston. Parents Vincent and Anna Piccolo. Thank you, Nick.
Right there, guy. There you go. Mom, Dad, come on over. Congratulations. Best of luck, guy. Congratulations, Dad. Mom, congratulations.
Our fourth senior, Matthew Wright. He's going to the Coast Guard. Parents Bob and Jane Wright. Congratulations, Matt Wright.
Congratulations. Best of luck to you. Yeah.
Our fifth senior, Captain John Poley Jr. With John Sr. and Josephine Poley. John, thank you for everything you've done the last 4 years. Let's get all the seniors and their families together for a group picture. If we can get them in front of the mound. John, you know where the mound is?
Oh, okay. Here, can you do like that? Put a nice circle around the mound. You want that?
Yeah.
All right. Bring it over, please.
If you missed this at home, I'm sorry, if you missed this here today, it's on local sports production. It's being streamed, so you can definitely check it out. Anybody that missed the game today. We good?
Yep.
All right. All right, let's play ball. Thank you, Stoneham, for giving us this opportunity this time. I appreciate it. Umpires, let's go Mustangs.
Hey, Sean, just gonna do the national anthem. Yeah. All right. You guys stay out there.
All right, at this time I'm going to play the national anthem. So he sees the flag right next to the tent here by the backstop, so without further ado, thanks everyone for coming. Good luck and play ball.
this on Stoneham Education?
No, it's not. LSP on YouTube.
Right, LSP. Well, how come I can never get that? Well, I try to subscribe, the whole deal. I can never stream again. Never. Am I doing something wrong? If I go on YouTube, what do I?
From Playstead Park in Medford, Mass., this is MIAA Baseball here on LSP. Today, it's a non-league game between the Stoneham Spartans with a record of 11-8 and the Medford Mustangs with a record of 6-12 in this Medford Senior Day, the final home game for the Mustangs this season, the final home game for the Mustangs seniors. Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Medford coming off a 15-0 win over Chelsea yesterday, in which Justin Curcio threw a no-hitter. It was a 4-inning run rule shortened game, and hit his first home run, too, in that game. It was actually the second time that Medford had beaten Chelsea 15-0 this season. But that win snapped a 3-game losing streak for the Mustangs. Stoneham lost last time out to Lexington 6-5, and that snapped a 3-game winning streak for the Spartans. So, see if Stoneham can get back on the right track here against Medford. And the Mustangs will be sending John Poley out there for the senior captain for Senior Day, his final start in a Mustang uniform. And this is the Stoneham lineup he will be facing. It will be Harry Shield leading it off in center, followed by Matt Lottie at short. Matt Donovan is on the mound for Stoneham. Joe Selly is in left. Charlie Conway is at second. Michael Toronto is at third. Ben Bruno is in right. Brendan Caniff is behind the plate, and Jason Nutting rounds out the lineup at first base for the Spartans. Again, it's John Poley on the mound for Medford here in this game. And Poley on the season, on the mound, 7 2/3 innings, a 11.87 ERA to 3.391 WHIP, 0-2, allowed 15 hits, 21 runs, only 13 which are earned, walked 11, struck out 15, and hit 2 batters. His last pitching appearance was back on April 18th against Woburn in that game. We did have that game here on LSP for you. Went 2/3 of an inning, walked 3, struck out 2. Did not allow a run. I'll give you the Medford lineup before they come to bat, but here is Harry Shield to lead things off for Stoneham. Stoneham in blue, Medford in white. Again, Senior Day for Medford. Thanks so much to Orazio Azzarello, longtime colleague in the Intercity League, for bringing me aboard for the third of this 3-game slate for Medford baseball this season. Who knows, maybe more next year, next school year, and maybe more Medford sports in general. But we'll see what happens. Here is Harry Shield to lead things off against John Poley, who fires the first pitch at 4:17. It's a swing and a miss. We're underway. Poley, the righty, against the lefty Shield. A 1 in the dirt. It's the count. 1-1. That's in the dirt as well, and the count will be 2-1. So Stoneham, with their 11-8 records, guaranteed themselves a spot in the MIAA tournament. Medford, unfortunately, will not be making it. They won't get, it doesn't look like they're going to get the benefit of the top 32 spot in the power rankings with their strength of schedule and everything. So Medford just trying to send their seniors off on a high note here. They still have one more game after this. That's at Malden, though. The game will be at Pine Banks. And that'll be up and away for ball 4, so good patience after the first pitch strike. And Shield works a walk. Here is Matt Lottie, the shortstop. I'll give you the defensive alignment anyways for Medford to start the game. It's going to be Curcio, Orchid, and Matt Wright, left to right in the outfield, third to first in the infield, as that's down and away for ball 1. John Wright, Justin Marino, Nick Piccolo, and DJ McDonough, and Karsten Mangan is the one catching John Poley. Throw back to first, throwing a little bit offline, but did not get out of the reach of the first baseman McDonough. Rotate the mound, as they say. 1-0, the count still to Matt Lottie. That'll be inside. 2-0, so 6 consecutive balls after the first pitch strike by Poley. Small lead at first right now for Shield. Does not go, and the pitch fired in there for strike 1, 2-1. Gotta get your confidence back. Let's see if that helps Poley there. Right now, the third baseman, John Wright, close to the lip of the infield grass, but right now, throwback to first and back safely is Shield. 2-1, hitters count. I mean, if you're Stoneham, you like to rack up the win, try to pad your seeding in the tournament, and maybe spoil senior day in the process for Medford. And right now, Shield is clearly in the head of Poley, as that's the third throw over, and Shield's getting an even bigger lead. Wow. And now Poley steps off, and back to first goes Shield. Throwback to first again. Fourth throw over, plus the step off just before that. Quick pitch, snap throw back to first. It skips into right field. Up to second goes Shield on the E2. It's 3-1. And now runner in scoring position for Stoneham. And the dirt skips to the backstop, and Lottie gets to go to first uncontested. And on the wild pitch, Shield moves up to third. So runners at the corners, nobody out to begin the ball game for Stoneham. And here is Matt Donovan, who is committed to Roger Williams for baseball. And we'll see if he can help his own cause here. Don't even need to get a hit here. Just even a double play should. Don't play ball, routine double play ball should bring home the first run of the game, but we'll see what happens. As Lottie gets his lead off of first, he takes off. The pitch is high. Throw down to second is offline. It's a stolen base for Lottie. Good job cutting in front, though, by the shortstop Marino to prevent that one from sailing into center field. Stolen base, 1-0 the count. 2 runners now in scoring position for Stoneham. So, conversation at the mound, and we'll see if Roz can settle down Poley and Mangan here. And it looks like not a terribly long conversation. We'll see if gets him in the groove again. Corner infielders are coming in. The middle infielders are not. It's only the first inning. Just feel like you just worry about getting your batter here. You give up a run or two in the top of the first. So what? You can get through it. That's the mentality you have to have. And strike one, 1-1. It's tied. It's a scoreless game, but it's only the first, so you can understand why the middle infielders aren't coming in. Actually, it's now only the third baseman who's in on the grass right now, and it's hit right to him, but it kicks off of him, and everybody's going to be safe. Tricky hop there. And in to score is Shield, and it is 1-0 Stoneham. Being RBI for Donovan. He reaches on an E5. Up to third goes Lottie. So first and third. Still nobody out. Here is Joe Selly, the left fielder. And he pops this one up over to the left side. Now to play for strike one. First pitch strike can make all the difference sometimes. But, of course, Shield took strike one to begin this inning and then reached 4 consecutive balls afterward. 2 walks, wild pitch, 2 errors, stolen base, 1 run already home so far for Stoneham. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. And it was on target that time, but a little late, and it's a stolen base for Donovan. Is it Donovan, or do we get a pinch runner for him, or is he just, I'll have to check that, but we've got a different number on first on the runner. And yeah, it was Joe Aranis who was running there. So Aranis with the stolen base, not Donovan. My mistake. That's down low. 2-2 the count to Selly. So again, it's Aranis on second after pinch running for the pitcher Donovan. Up and away, it's a full count. Danger of loading the bases for Charlie Conway, the second baseman, who's due up next. Second and third, nobody out, 1 run already home for Stoneham. And he'll foul that one off. Up and away, ball 4, bases loaded. Still nobody out in the inning. And here's Charlie Conway, the second baseman for the Spartans. Chance to really make it hurt here. Throw back to second, anticipating maybe a squeeze play. You saw the corner infielders come sprinting in towards the plate, and the spin back to second and back safely is Aranis. Full windup now. The pitch up and in, ball one, and it forced Conway to turn in a little bit. Lottie at third, Aranis at second, Selly at first. This will be popped up around second base, and a basket catch by the shortstop. And throw into home, no advance by the runner Lottie. One down. That's a tough one because as an umpire, it's a situation where you might call the infield fly, but if it drifts out into the outfield, I mean, what are you going to do? So the catch made by the shortstop Marino, one out, and this is laced into left field. This will be caught there. Tagging from third is Lottie. Here's the throw to the plate. It is going to roll towards home plate into score. Here's Lottie. It's 2-0 on the sac fly by the third baseman Michael Toronto. 2-0. Up to third on the play goes Aranis. So first and third, 2 out. Aranis on third. Selly on first. Here is Ben Bruno as the runner takes off. Throw down to second. Will be held on to. Now the throw goes to third, and back safely is Aranis. So a stolen base for Selly. There have been 3 steals in the inning for Stoneham. Second and third. 2 out. And that'll be popped foul. On the street. 1-1 the count. Ben Bruno, the 7th batter of the inning. No hits in the inning, by the way, yet for Stoneham. The only base runner that didn't reach by way of a walk was Donovan, the pitcher, reached on an error by the third baseman. That's fouled. A bit too far out in front of that one. Count will be 1-2 to Bruno. Shield led off the game with a walk after falling behind 0-1. Then came around to score. And strike 3. And Bruno is retired. Stoneham picks up 2 runs on no hits. 2 errors and 2 left. And after half an inning, Stoneham 2, Medford coming up. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So as we get the bottom of the first set up for you, we'll tell you Medford's starting 9. It'll be Karsten Mangan leading it off behind the plate, followed by John Wright at third. Justin Curcio is in left. John Poley is on the mound. Nick Piccolo is at second. DJ McDonough is at first. Justin Marino's at short. Sam Orcutt is in center. And Matt Wright rounds out the lineup in right. And after helping his own cause with an RBI reaching on the error, Matt Donovan will take the mound to a tune of a 2-0 lead. Again, Stoneham qualified for the MIAA tournament Middlesex League is a devil in every sport. You know, for one of the smaller schools in the league, they are been holding their own admirably, especially against, being Lexington losing to Lexington 6-5 the other day. I mean, look at the talent, Lexington's put out baseball-wise. And I know I'm being biased because I'm a graduate of Lexington High. But, come on, man. 2 first-round picks in the last, 6 years from that are LHS alum. Chris Shaw by the Giants and then Sal Frelick by the Brewers. Finally got to play with a Sal Frelick Future Stars card in MLB The Show. Disappointed it was not a 99, but maybe in due time he'll get a 99 finest down the line if he does get a shot. And actually with some of the injuries to the other Brewers, young stars that have already made the Major League roster, we may see him at American Family Field and getting his name called by Bob Uecker in the near future. Wonder if Sal's met Uke yet. And here we go to the bottom of the first inning. Karsten Mangan to lead things off for Medford. Again, start behind the plate today for the Mustangs. And Matt Donovan fires his first pitch. It is in there for strike 1. Karsten comes up empty there. It's 0-2. He's slashing 308, 408, 410 this season. 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Karsten Mangan, 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. So here is John Wright, the third baseman. Wright entering play, slashing 294, 500, but slugging percentage is only 294. He only has, all of his hits are for, none of his hits are for extra bases here, but he has 3 RBIs, and then he has 7 walks compared to just 2 strikeouts. Great numbers there. This will be grounded up the middle, takes a funny hop off the grass, but fielded by the shortstop Lottie. 2 up, 2 down now for Donovan. And here is Justin Curcio, the left fielder. Curcio coming off the no-hitter with his first home run of the season last time up. Last time out, rather, against Chelsea. 1 home run, 15 RBIs, by far the most on the team. OPS of 1028 on the season. He takes strike 1 there. In fact, it's Curcio's home run was actually the first home run of the season for anyone on the Mustangs. And it'll be fouled off, and I'm going to stun the umpire a little bit, but it's 0-2. You all right there, Blope? Hazards of the job, right? And hear the grunt from Donovan as he released that pitch. I think he knew he didn't get on top of that one. So 1-2. See what he's got here. Oh, beautiful pitch. Up and away, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Donovan. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for the Spartans. They lead 2-0 after 1. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about taping, streaming, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also ask us about our services outside the world of sports and live events, including pet sitting and walking, deliveries, shopping, coffee runs, graphic and document design, etc., etc. samfeelypbp@gmail.com or find us on Thumbtack for more information. A little early for, I don't know if the top of the second is the right time for drop kicks. I don't know. It's usually, you know, your entrance music or the victory music. I don't think it's the entrance music right now because John Foley's back out there for his second inning of work. He was able to get through that second inning without, through that top of the first rather, without the wheels completely coming off. 3 walks, obviously, you know, it's frustrating, but you know, you let the first 4 guys reach, but then pop up to short, sack fly, strikeout. See if that settles him down, and we can have a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel the rest of the way. Of course, Medford have to get a couple off of Donovan before he gets into a groove, as if he wasn't already with the 2 strikeouts in that single-digit, 9-pitch top of the first. Bottom of the first. I keep screwing up top and bottom of the first for, of all baseball terms. I've been calling this sport for how many years? 17 at this point. This August is the 17th anniversary of that one time of my first Blue Sox broadcast. That one time, July or whatever it was, but that one time Jim Akimchuk called me at last minute. Hey, we need an announcer for this Blue Sox game. You need me? And I'm sure, whenever. Rode my bike down there, and the rest is history. Thanks, Jim. You are the one who brought me, who drove me to do this. Here we go to the top of the second. First pitch is down and away to the Stoneham catcher, Brendan Kniff. Kniff, Jason Nutting, and Harry Shield, the 8-9-1 hitters, due up here in the top of the second for Stoneham. Pulley delivers, and it'll be a grounder to the left side. Nice pick there. Throw on to first. It's a 5-3 put out. As John Wright throws on to DJ McDonough. Leadoff man retired. So here is Jason Nutting. He is an Endicott football commit, and he is the number 9 hitter, the first baseman for the Spartans today. 2-0 our score, but Stoneham getting those 2 runs without the aid of a hit last inning. First pitch is grounded foul down the first baseline for strike 1. You know, if you're a Medford fan, you know, Pulley can settle in. You hope it wasn't, you know, like senior day jitters or anything, and you hope that's not going to end up being the difference. But, you know, so often, you know, you see, you know, one inning just be the difference in baseball games. You know, just the one hiccup can be the difference between a win and a loss, or at least, you know, a win or, you know, maybe a tie game where you can still try to wear down the other pitcher and, you know, make them sweat and, you know, get your team on top instead. But that's the whole point of, you know, competition, sports, gaming, whatever, you know, find, you know, just, you know, if your opposition, you know, gives you a window, ram through it and don't let them back in. Fouled straight back, remains 1-2. .417 was our first pitch. It's now 4:41 here in Medford. It's originally going to be a 4 o'clock game, but with the senior day ceremony, they pushed back a little bit. And it counts 2-2 as that goes down and in on Nutting. 2 runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left for Stoneham. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, nobody left for Medford. The 2-2 to Nutting. Up and away, 3-2, and that wasn't a particularly hard pitch either. I was trying to get on top of a breaking ball or a changeup there, and it just slipped out of his hand. So 3-2, easy take there for Nutting with leadoff man Shield on deck. Payoff pitch. just outside for ball 4. So the number 9 hitter works his way on base after a tough battle, being down 1-2, and it is walk number 4 issued by Poley. Lineup turns over for Shield, led off the game with a walk, then reached on an error, and then came around to score. And Donovan reaching on an error of his own. Oh. Reaching on an error himself, that is. He wasn't the one who committed, obviously. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But, you know, with Donovan being the pitcher and everything, you know, I mean, not that either of the Medford errors were committed by Poley, but, you know, there's always that, there's been a debate, you know, in recent years, you know, if the pitcher commits an error, that's down and away, and Nutting is going to take second uncontested. Stolen base again for the Spartans. You know, if a pitcher commits an error that allows a batter to reach, and that batter eventually comes around to score, or, you know, if a pitcher commits an error that leads to an unearned run, should that actually be an earned run because the pitcher committed the error in that situation? I mean, until the official rules of baseball change, it's an unearned run. But you can understand the argument there. Up and in 2-2. I mean, it's not an unearned run if a batter scores on a wild pitch. You know, if they, you know, say got on without, you know, being advanced by an error or anything. If they score on a wild pitch, that's an earned run. So, little check swing, bounces at the plate and goes foul. Oh, there's so many things in life that, you know, counterintuitive, and, you know, only one life is consistency, right? If only the world actually worked that way. Look back to the runner at second, and no advance there by Nutting, who's still anchored to the bag. With Shield at a 2-2 count, 1 out here in the top of the second. 2-0 Stoneham, getting 2 runs without the aid of a hit. In the top of the first, fouled off again by Shield. We're still looking for our first hit of the game. There were 3 walks issued in the top of the first, and then Nutting reaching on another walk before Shield comes to the plate here. 2-2. Lottie's due up next. Runs inside, nearly hits him. It's a full count. I'm right behind home plate and came very close to hitting him. It didn't, but the fact that it didn't, well, let's see if that's a reprieve for Poley. 3-2. Runner goes for third. The pitch is popped up, foul and out of play. Full count, 1 out. Again, the shortstop Lottie on deck. Poley comes set. This will be popped up over to the right side. And drops foul. Still 3-2. Good battle here by Shield. He's done, you know, everything you expect out of a leadoff man in his first 2 at-bats here in the first 2 innings. Getting on base to start the ball game. Long at-bat here in his second at-bat. You know, trying to wear down Poley, and you know, he didn't get to open the floodgates in the first. Is this where you might break through here in the second? And getting a 2-run lead before your starter even throws a pitch is great. And Donovan responded with a 9-pitch first inning with 2 strikeouts. It's nothing got in mind here. Oh, they're going to step off and looking back. That's the thing. All these these 3 games have done for Medford. The base runners, they know they are in the Medford pitchers' heads. Runner goes, and it's ball 4, and that's also going to be a stolen base for Nutting of third. It's walk number 5, issued by Poley. First and third. What an opportunity for Stoneham. I'm sure they like to get more than 2 out. This bounces to the plate and coming home and scoring. And now they got the runner in a pickle between second and third. Nutting scores. Throw to third. He's out. Shield took off. He got the steal of second. Nutting scores on the wild pitch. But then Shield is out. I'm not going to bother with the scoring right now, but it's now bases empty. 2 after all that. 1 run scores. It's 3-0. 2-0. So it's 3-0. Stoneham on top. Again, Nutting scores with on the wild pitch. Shield gets credit with a steal of second, but then is thrown out. Check the scoring, but I think it was 2-5-4-5. Regardless, 2-1 to Lottie, who walked, stole second, and scored last inning. I was going to say, that's only strike 2. Umpire recognized it. That's good. It was a strike. That wasn't the argument, but Poley can set him down here. And it'll be a pop-up over to the right side. Oh, and it's dropped in foul territory by the first baseman, McDonough. It'll be an E3. On the drop. Lottie gets a reprieve and pops it into the screen. Five walks will really drive up your pitch count. Long at bats, even if you don't walk them, will make it even worse. Conway Toronto went up hacking when they were up in the first, though. So at this point, if you're Stoneham, I think you just like put, well, I mean, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's different, but I think your approach when you get into the batter's box, just like keep the bat on your shoulder until you see a strike, right? Payoff pitch. Below the knees, ball 4. Walk number 6, issued by Poley. So here is Donovan. Has the hardest hit ball of the day, the one that allowed him to reach on the error by the third baseman, John Wright. I mean, even the sac fly to left by Toronto wasn't hit that hard. And yes, you can hear the commuter rail rumbling through to our left. You know, they talk about, you know, there's all the stories about, you know, what's the farthest hit baseball ever. And you hear about, you know, Mickey Mantle or Ted Williams. I don't remember the full story. There's like, it's obviously not official, but like there was sort of about, I think it was a game at the old Tiger Stadium. Yeah, I have to go back on this, but it's like, you know, player hit a home run out of, again, I think it was Tiger Stadium, hit a home run out of Tiger Stadium, or some old ballpark, and then landed in a train car, and that train and that ball stayed in the train as it continued to, you know, travel a couple thousand miles. I gotta look that one up. But if you know the story I'm talking about, I mean, feel free to drop it in the chat if you're a subscriber. But gotta keep you all entertained somehow as they continue to check on Lottie over there at first. There he goes. Pitch is a strike. Throw down to second is into center field, and on his way to third on the E2 is Lottie. Count is 1-1, runner at third. Lottie picks up his second stolen base of the game. Foul tip, 1-2. Lottie now at third after walking for the second time and stealing second for the second time. And the error, and that'll be low for ball 2. When you're Stoneham, and if you've drawn 6 walks, Stoneham's committed 3 errors. 4 errors rather at this point. You got to come up with more than 3 runs in the first 2 innings in that situation. But strikeout of Donovan by Poli. It's his second strikeout of the game, and we are through a buck and a half. It is 3-0 Stoneham. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Longarina, on it. LSP37.career-spring.com for merchandise and samfeelypbp@gmail.com for game videos. I screwed up here. It's actually the second. Bottom of the second, 3-0 our score. Stoneham's got 3 runs on no hits. They've been aided by 6 walks by John Poli and 4 errors by the Medford defense. Donovan going down on strikes to end the top of the second. I mean, yeah, it's been a frustrating time in the field so far for Medford, but even though you went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, this game's not out of reach. The first thing you got to do is try and run up the count on Donovan. 9 pitches in the first inning. After everything Poli's been through on the mound, you gotta let him know how it feels. And it'll be Poli to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. It'll be followed by Nick Piccolo and DJ McDonough. And Poli's going back to the dugout. Getting a different bat. Gotcha. Go pick me out a winner, Bobby. All right. Here we go to the bottom of the second. First pitch. Poley swings. Fouls it off for strike one. Poley at the plate this season, slashing 217, 308, 304. 2 doubles, 1 triple, 3 ribbies, 10 runs scored. That is low for ball one. His 10 runs are second on the team to Sam Orcutt. Donovan with the 1-1 on the outside corner, strike 2. Mentioned Curcio, who struck out swinging to end the bottom of the first, being the team leader with 15 RBIs. Nobody else in double digits right now as that bounces to the plate. Second, the closest is DJ McDonough. He has just barely more than half of Curcio's total with 8 RBIs compared to Curcio's 15. And Price, Jack Lombardo, and Ryan Slow, each with 6. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. 1 up, 1 down is Poley, strikeout victim number 3 for Donovan. Here is the second baseman, Nick Piccolo. Piccolo entering play, slashing 214, 294, 214. No extra base hits, 4 RBIs, 8 runs, and he takes strike 1. Swing and a miss. Darting down and away there from the Medford second baseman, and it is 0-2. Fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Nick Piccolo. Back-to-back called third strikes for Donovan. He's got 4 Ks, and here is DJ McDonough, the first baseman. McDonough, as I mentioned, the second leading RBI man on the Mustangs. He's slashing 289, 319, 356. Out of his 11 hits, 1 double, 1 triple. Second time it's one fouled off the umpire. We gotta, I don't know. They make the hockey catcher's masks for umpires. I think they do. It's a hard enough job being an umpire. You don't need to don't need the physical abuse on top of it. Even with, the padding that's underneath the uniform. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Unless we'll get it to a double-digit pitch inning for Donovan, but can he get him here? Nope. 1-2. 20 pitches through 2 innings would have been phenomenal, but that's low. Yeah, I just figure, will he chase? And that drifts outside, 2-2. McDonough looking to become the first base runner of the game for the Mustangs. Stoneham up 3-0 without the aid of a hit. Feels like they should be up way more, though. Fouled off. Still 2-2. Good battle here by McDonough. And Poley took it to 2-2 before he got called out. Fouled off again. Gonna go down 1-2-3. At least make him earn it. Don't let him get on cruise control. 2-2 again. Fouled off. Oh, it's down the left field line. It's going into foul territory, and it just gets over the fence down there. Out of the reach of the left fielder, Selly, and it remains 2-2. Excellent battle by McDonough. I mean, this is, one of the things that can happen. You draw 6 walks in the first 2 innings. Medford commits 4. You're only up 3-0, and now McDonough, well, signs of life. That's what you need if you're Medford. He spoils another one. I love it. Love it. Medford might not be going to the state tournament, but they're going to fight scratch and claw. I almost said scraw and clatch. Try and give the seniors a win in their final home game. 2-2 again. Up and away, and it's a full count. Justin Marino, the shortstop, is on deck. Popped up into left field. Oh, took a turn on Selly, but he is able to haul it in, and the side is retired. So excellent battle by McDonough after the first 2 batters were called out on strikes on a combined 8 pitches, but the side is retired. 6 up, 6 down so far for Donovan, and through 2, still 3-0 Stoneham. All right, down with the sound called LSP, then follow and support us on the web. We're on Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi. LSP 37. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll go to the top of the 3rd, and it looks like we have a pitching change. I'll get confirmation from Roz in just a moment. So, we got a new first baseman, too. Just need to make sure we got the right subs in each position. It looks like Jack Lombardo is on the mound, and Austin Price is over there at first. I'll just make sure. Roz! I'm sure we got this right. Price at first. Price for McDonough. Okay. Just straight swaps in the batting order. Okay. All right. So it is gonna. So it's just no other position shuffles. Austin Price going to take over for DJ McDonough at first base. McDonough flies out to left, and then it's Lombardo on the mound now in John Poli's spot in the order. So we'll go to the top of the 3rd. It'll be the middle 3rd of the order. Due up for Stoneham, Selly, Conway, and Toronto. So as Lombardo takes a mound, we'll give you his pitching stats. He is 2-0 this season. He has not started a game, but in 5 games so far, he's thrown 12 innings, has a 2.92 ERA to 1.667 whip, 11 runs, 5 which are earned, 6 walks to 11 strikeouts. That's grounded to short. Throw on to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Selly, who walked and stole a base back in the first, is retired here, 6-3. And I'll bring up Charlie Conway, the second baseman. Conway popped up to short his first time up, and that was the first out of the ball game after the first 4 had reached for Stoneham. Conway takes strike 1, 0-1 to the Stoneham second baseman. So we had Selly, Conway, Toronto, and gets on Ben Bruno. Conway down the right field line. That's going to hang up there and be caught in right. And look good off the bat, but hit a little too softly, and Matt Wright makes the catch. Quick 2 outs here to begin the top of the third. That is a very short porch to right, mind you. Also to left, to be fair, but. Oh! Comes up and nearly gets Toronto. 1-0. Toronto hit a sac fly to left. His first time up that brought home Lottie. And that also is high. 2-0. This is driven deep to left. What did I say about the short porch? It'll just hit up off the base of the fence and into second with our first hit of the game, Michael Toronto. Already had 3 runs on the board before we finally got our first hit in the top of the third, a 2-out double for Michael Toronto. So he's out there at second base and hoping Ben Bruno can trade places with him. Bruno struck out swinging to end the first. That's an inside-out swing slap foul for strike 1. One and one as it drifts high and away. For a moment, I thought Manga was going to go out and have a quick chat with Lombardo. Didn't know if they got their signals crossed, but no need. 1 and 1. You got Toronto at second with the first hit of the ball game. Just now a double, and there's some pretty good breeze with it as well. And the short porches I had just referred to, both in left and right. Well, it wasn't enough to get out. Sinking a bit. Hit off the base of the fence. Double regardless. 2 and 1. Hitters count here for Bruno. And Stoneham looking to extend the lead. Popped up on that pitch. Up and in. Over towards the Medford dugout. 2 and 2. So now that Toronto has reached, it's now up Conway, Bruno, and Kniff, the only Spartans who have yet to reach base. Let's see if Bruno can change that here. The 2-2. Fouled off. Another pitch up and in. Swung at a couple pitches that have been right up in basically where his hands are very close to the bat handle as he's swinging. Might get a foul off a couple of those. He reaches for that one, pokes it the other way. It's through for a base hit. Being waved around third is Toronto. He will score. Throw to second, not in time. RBI single for Bruno. It's 4-0. Bruno taking second on the throw. And they do, in fact, trade places. Always a good feeling to do that after the first 2 of the inning are retired, right? Here's Kniff. Grounded out to third to lead off the second, his first time up. Runner takes off. Oh, no, he doesn't take off. He got a very big secondary lead, Bruno did, but ended up going back to the bag. not go. That's in the dirt, and now taking off for third and getting there on another wild pitch is Bruno. Runner third, 2 down, hitters count for Kniff. High. 3-0. Nutting on deck. Inside for ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Issued to Kniff. Well, looked like it was going to finally be smooth sailing for once for Medford, but after the first 2 retired, Sully and Conway, double by Toronto, single by Bruno. He's now on third. Kniff walks. And going to have a pinch runner for Kniff. It is not Aranis who had run for Davidson earlier in the game. It is Dominic Fanara running at first, as that is strike 1 to Jason Nutting, first baseman who walked, stole second and third, and scored his first time. That is up and away for ball 1, 1-1. So you got Fanara pinch running for Kniff at first, and you got Bruno at third. Runner takes off. It's a pitch out. They'll throw back to third, and they didn't get anybody. Stolen base for Fanara. Second and third. 2 down, 2-1 count to Nutting. What's he gotten up his sleeve to make Endicott football proud? Already has a walk, 2 steals, and a run, and now he's ahead 3-1. Leadoff man Shields is up next if he can get on base here. Only takes 1 pitch to get out of this inning, though. But it'll be ball 4, bases loaded. Second walk drawn by Nutting. Everyone in the Stoneham batting order has reached base at least once today, except for Charlie Conway. Here is Shield to play for the 3rd time in 3 innings. He takes strike 1. It's his first time facing Lombardo. Drew 2 walks off of Poli. Scored in the first, stole second, but then was thrown out at third in the second. He fouls that one off, and he's behind 0-2. You got Bruno at third, Fanara at second, Nutting at first. 0-2 count. Upstairs, ball 1. Again, this inning started so smoothly with Selly grounding out to short and Conway flying out to right pretty routinely, but double, single, walk, walk. 1-2 count. Throw back to first and back safely underneath the tag of Price is Nutting. 1-2 the count, bases loaded. Spartans trying to break it wide open here. I got their first 2 hits of the game this inning. That'll be fouled off. The first 3 runs on no hits, 6 walks, and 4 Medford errors. This inning, they've got 1 run so far on 2 hits, 2 walks, no errors yet. Of course, Medford like to keep it that way. But that'll be outside for ball 2, 2-2. So with all the opportunities you've been afforded at Stoneham, you just wish you were up more than 4-0 at this point. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Massive, massive strikeout there for Jack Lombardo. He leaves the bases loaded, and Stoneham able to get 1 run on 2 hits. But, you know, despite with 2 hits, 8 walks, 4 Medford errors, only up 4-0 right now after 2.5. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon, 3:25 p.m. We go live, maybe a little earlier, for Lawrence Academy's Senior Day. LA Baseball taking on their longtime rivals BB&N. This game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel. Buy a DVD or digital copy of the game at the LSP store. Don't forget to subscribe. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third. And, I talk about, if you're the Stoneham offense, hey, we should be up by a lot more. But as far as Matt Dom is concerned, I was like, I'll take it from here. And he's done just that. Although DJ McDonough really made him work for that last out at the bottom of the second. Fly out to left. Fly out to left is almost dropped, too, by Selly. So you want, if you're Razio Azzarella's squad, you want more at-bats like that. But 4 strikeouts through 2 innings so far for Donovan, with no walks, hits, or runs allowed. So we go to the bottom of the third. It's going to be the bottom third of the Medford order. Due up Marino, Orcutt, and Matt Wright. See what Donovan's got in store here. He is committed to Roger Williams for baseball. Donovan's the only baseball commit right now on the Stoneham roster, and Jason Nutting, as I mentioned earlier, is committed to Endicott for football. Here is the Medford shortstop, Justin Marino, the number 7 hitter in the lineup, to lead things off in the bottom of the third. Marino entering play, slashing 244, 370, 444, as that is low for ball 1. He's got 5 hits. He's got 11 hits, 3 of which are doubles, 3 of which are triples, 5 ribbies, 7 runs scored. He's got 4 hit by pitches and 5 walks to go with 11 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Duality of man on display there. That's when nearly came and got him. He swings and misses at 1 down and away. 2-1 the count to Marino. Donovan back to work, and a swing and a miss. 2-2. Nubber in front of the plate, but it's foul. Ground to the left side. Nice smother at third. Tough pickup, though, in that grass. That's going to be an infield single, and Marino reaches. First hit of the ball game for Medford. First base runner, too. All right, so here's Sam Orcutt, the center fielder. Marino aboard, working from the stretch for the first time, is Donovan, as that's in there. 4 strike 1. Orchid slashing 146, 294, 146 this season. All of his hits have been singles. Four RBIs, but 12 runs. Throw back to first, back safely. Here's Marino. How do you turn a 146 back after 294 on base percentage? As that is on the outside corner for a strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Sam Orchid. One down here in the bottom of the third. Well, you do that with 2 hit by pitches and 7 walks. One of those and hits on the season for Orchid, but he goes down looking. And here is Matt Wright as the runner goes. Throw down to second. In time! Put it right where it needed to be. Landed in his glove, and the glove was right on the runner, Marino. Can't spot that ball any better. One and two the count to Matt Wright, the right fielder. No longer working with a runner on base here. Base is empty. 2 out. Wright, 214 hitter, 313 on base range, 357 slugging percentage, but goes down swinging there, and the side is retired. Medford gets its first hit of the ball game, but Donovan's now up to 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, and through 3, 4-0, Stoneham. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as low as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Love much of this playlist going on right now behind me. It's give me flashbacks to my Jock Jams days, the old Jock Jams ESPN cassettes. How do you do, fellow millennials? God. All right, so we're gonna go to the top of the 4th as Medford's only sent the minimum to the plate through the first 3 innings. Donovan's only faced the minimum, just the one single by Marino, leading off the bottom of the 3rd, and then Marino was caught stealing. Stoneham's already on their 3rd trip through the order. Shield going down on strikes to end the top of the 3rd as Stoneham left the bases loaded that inning. 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 6 left for Stoneham. No runs, 1 hit, 4 errors, nobody left for Medford. It's one of the weirdest looking line scores you've ever seen. And remember, on top of those 2 hits and the 4 errors, 7 walks now for Medford pitchers. 6 of them by the starter, Poley, in 2 innings. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 walks rather. 6 of them by Poley, and then 2 in the top of the 3rd by Lombardo. Top of the 4th is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for Stoneham: Lottie, Donovan, and Selly. Lottie has reached base twice via a walk. He has 2 steals as well. He grounds this one, takes a hard hit off the 3rd baseman. Throw on to first. Great recovery for the leadoff out. Oof. Would have given Lottie a single there, I think, if he had reached. Such a hard hit ball, and then that, kind of those dandelions there in front of the 3rd base dirt. Tough spot there. But One up, one down. Here's Donovan. 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first. That almost came and got him. 1-0. Reached on an error, which resulted in an RBI on the first, ended up stealing second, and then got straight in third. That's in the first inning. In the second inning, he struck out to end that top half. 1-0 the count to Donovan. Lombardo delivers. This is into left center field, and that will be caught! Are you kidding? Oh, just a little blooper there, and Curcio, after the home run and no-no last time out against Chelsea, turns into a web gem here. 2 down. Love it. Here is Selly to try and keep the line moving. He is 0 for 1, walk and a steal in the first, ground out to short last inning. He takes outside for ball 1. Kudos to Medford, for playing their guts out here in this game. Down 4-0. Oh, do we have another opportunity? That'll just be a routine catch in left for Curcio this time. Side is retired. 1-2-3 goes Stoneham for the first time today, in large part to good recovery at third base by Lottie on the ground ball, and then, excuse me, not Lottie, Wright on the ground ball off of Lottie, and then the play in left by Curcio to, wow, 1-2-3 inning for the first time for the Medford defense. Halfway home, still 4-0 Stoneham. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming, taping, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also, check us out on Thumbtack for details on our services outside the world of sports live events, including pet sitting and walking, deliveries, graphic and document design, video editing, stuff like that. samphillypvp@gmail.com for more information. Or again, you can find LSP on Thumbtack. So we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Donovan back out there. He's faced the minimum through the first 3. Only base runner was Marino with the leadoff single in the third. Eventually got caught stealing. 6 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs, no walks for Donovan through the first 3 innings. Stoneham's got 1 hit. Medford's got 1 hit. Stoneham's got 2, but Stoneham's up 4-0. Remember the 8 walks, 4 Medford errors, looming large over this game right now. Lineup turns over. Top third of the order due up for Medford here in the bottom of the fourth. Mang going to lead things off. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1. Good fastball velocity there from Donovan. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Carson Mangy goes down, strikes for the second time. 7 Ks now for Donovan. Here is John Wright, grounded out to short his first time up. Taken on the inside corner for strike 1. That's low for ball 1, 1-1. Wright and Curcio, and if anyone gets on, Jack Lombardo is due up in the cleanup spot. 2-1 is that missed high and a little bit of two-seam there. How the in there, but didn't threaten the zone. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Wright was kind of in between there. Expecting off speed, I don't know. Full count. I haven't had many of these today. McDonough got to a full count in the second before flying out. At the top of the zone for strike 3 called. Strikeout number 8 for Donovan. 2 down, and here is Curcio. And as the commuter rail rumbles through, and so does Lee Greenwood. Here is Curcio trying to get on base, struck out, swing his first time up, but he takes strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I mean, it was all. We're not don't worry about an immaculate inning after Wright got to a full count, but no appeal, and he did not go. Able to hold up on a pitch up and in. Donovan's feeling it. You got to call time at some point if you're a batter, right? Try to knock him off his rhythm. I mean, maybe just the slowdown with the appeal there will help, maybe. 1-2. Grounder to the right side. Slow roller to second on to first. And still, Donovan has faced the minimum through 4. As Curcio grounds out 4-3. Through 4 innings, 4-0. Stoneham on top. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merchandise. SamFeelyPBP@gmail.com for game videos. Lombardo back out there for his 3rd inning of work. Hoping to build on the first 1-2-3 inning of the game for the Medford defense last time out. As Poley on the hook for the loss right now with 2 innings, allowing 3 runs, no hits, 6 walks, and 2 strikeouts as well. So far through 2 innings for Lombardo, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Trying to do the math there, trying to figure out the whole situation with the I feel like one of these runs charged to Poley is, at least one is unearned, but I gotta, because remember, there were, how many errors again in the first? Oh yeah, there were 2 errors in the first and 2 in the second. I just gotta remember, on ground balls you can't assume a double play. That wasn't the case with Donovan reaching first because it wasn't a double play ball. It was second and third, but we'll deal with that later. I'm not the official scorer anyway. Here's Conway. He takes high for ball 1. Conway trying to reach base for the first time. Only Stoneham batter who hasn't done that yet. He has popped up to short and flown out to right. Down and in for ball 2. 2-0. Mention Conway's the only one who hasn't reached base yet for Stoneham, but only two players have hits for the Spartans. Popped up, fouling out of play behind us, 2-1. The only 2 hits in the game for Stoneham are by the 2 guys up after him, Toronto and Bruno. If anyone gets on, Kniff. 2-1. He reaches for that one, out of the reach. Oh, he heard me. Out of the reach of the pitcher. Lombardo, leadoff hit for Charlie Conway. Just the 4th hit of the game. 3rd by Stoneham, and still the only hit and only base runner for Medford, the leadoff single by Marino in the bottom of the 3rd. So Conway's aboard, and that's actually the first time since the first that Medford's had Stoneham's actually had the leadoff man aboard. So we'll see if that results in some good returns for Stoneham, as here's Toronto. He drives this one deep to left and gone. Oh, is he now? Toronto has an RBI sac fly, a double and a run scored, and now a 2-run piece to deep left. And it is 6-0 Stoneham. First pitch to Ben Bruno is high, ball 1. Bruno 1 for 2, struck out swinging to end the first, singled home Toronto. Last time up, and now Bruno puts a charge into this one to left field, and that will be tracked down by Curcio for out number 1. Now the wind's starting to blow out a little bit, and evident ball Toronto hit, and that one by Bruno is that'll go up and in, and Aranis now batting for the first time after he pinch ran earlier for Donovan. 2-0. So we had Aranis. He pinch ran for Donovan earlier. Now here he is batting for Kniff. Last time Kniff, that is up and in. 3-0 after Kniff walked, he was pinch ran for by Fanara. And Aranis draws a 4-pitch walk, his first plate appearance. So Jason Nutting will come to the plate looking to get on base for the 3rd time, both times by way of the walk. Inside, ball 1. Two and 0. I think the command is starting to slip here from Lombardo. Don't know if anyone's warming right now for Medford. Quote-unquote bullpen is actually behind me. It's where Pulley was warming up before the game. Doesn't look like anyone's warming right now there, anyways. There's a strike, 2-1. Nutting walked, stole second and third, and scored in the second, then walked in the third. He drives this one into right field, but that's going to hang up and be caught. And going back to first is Uranus. So Nutting is retired for the first time today. And now the lineup turns over for the leadoff man, Harry Scheel. Runner goes, the pitch is hit into center field, and it will be caught in center by Orchid for the out that retires the side. But as good a game as Donovan is having on the mound, Toronto, the freshman for Stoneham, putting on a clinic at the plate with a 2-run piece to give him 3 RBIs on the day, and we're through 4.5. It is 6-0 Stoneham. All right, down with the sound called LSP, then follow and support us on the web. We're at Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP 37. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget, you can find us on Thumbtack as well for our services inside and outside the world of sports live events, in fact. Bottom of the 5th, Donovan is back out there. He's scheduled to face Lombardo, Piccolo, and Price. So Scheel, with that fly out to center, he's now 0 for 2. 6 runs on 4 hits so far for Stoneham, with 2 of the 4 hits and both extra base hits off the bat of Michael Toronto. Double in the third and a 2-run piece just now in the top half of this 5th inning. So Jack Lombardo, his first at-bat of the ball game, came in the third to pitch. Lombardo slashing .219, .257, .250 this season, and he comes up empty for strike 1. Against Lombardo, Piccolo, and Price due up. That's down and away for ball 1. Two on the count. A pretty good spot there, but Donovan didn't get the call. No doubt about that one. It's 3-1. Kniff back behind the plate, by the way, after Uranus pinch hit for him top half of this inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 3-2, full count to Lombardo. Payoff pitch. Inside out swing down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Stoneham calling for it foul. It did look like it landed foul from my vantage point, and Medford fans were urging Jack to make the turn head first second. I don't blame him for holding up. It did look like it was a foul ball, but get a single out of it anyways. Leadoff man aboard for Medford. Second hit of the game for the Mustangs. See what Medford's got in store to try and get on the board here. This is a pop fly and a left by Piccolo. It is caught by Selly for out number 1. So Piccolo quickly retired after Lombardo gets on base. Here is Austin Price, the first baseman, getting his first at-bat of the game after McDonough flew out to left in his only at-bat in the second. The longest at-bat of the game to that point for Medford. It was a good battle to show some life for the Medford offense as this gets away from the catcher, and it's result in no throw to second. Passed ball allows Lombardo to get to second. Runner in scoring position. 1-0 the count now. As I was saying, it's good at bat by McDonough to show some signs of life for the Medford offense, but not much you can do when you still only have 2 hits and both of them are singles. Donovan's been on cruise control for most of the game. 8 strikeouts through 4 1/3 so far, but he's behind Price 2-0. And now he's behind 3-0. Price on the season, 296, 375, 407 to slash line. He's got 1 double, 1 triple, 6 ribbies. Quick chat by Kniff going out there with Donovan. 3-0 the count. Justin Marino is due up next for Medford, and I'll be outside for ball 4. First and second, it does put the double play in order anyways for Stoneham. And we're going to have a pinch hitter instead for Marino, and it's going to be Travers Moody. Why he comes out to the Star Wars theme, I'm not sure, but that almost hit him, and the runners are going to take second and third. Well, opportunity here for the Medford offense to get a couple of runs on the board with maybe 1 swing of the bat. 1-0 the count to Moody, and that's outside 2-0. No one warming yet, it looks like, for Stoneham. Actually, there is some action, looks like warming for Medford right now. 3-0, now we're going to have a mound conference. Price drawing the first walk of the game for Medford. Then the wild pitch gets Lombardo to third and Price to second. Marino, not Marino. Moody ahead 3-0. Moody entering play, slashing 286, 375, 286. No extra base hits, 2 RBIs. And looking to put the pressure on Donovan. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Travers Moody comes on, works the walk. Donovan gets back in the strike zone there with a first pitch strike to Orchid. Bases loaded. 1 out now for Medford. Orchid struck out looking his first time up, but comes up empty there, and it's 0-2. Huge spot here for Medford to try and get back into it. That's down and away for ball 1. They're down to their final 8 outs offensively. Donovan's been on cruise control until this inning. That almost came in and got him. That would have driven a run, too. 2-2 now to Orchid. Matt Wright is due up next. 2 walks at a single, a pass ball, a wild pitch. Throw back to first, and it got away from the first baseman, but no advance by any of the runners. So, sigh of relief there for Stoneham, but still 2-2 to Orchid. Lombardo at third, Price at second, Moody at first. This is popped into foul territory and caught by the third baseman, Toronto. He's been so good at the plate today, and now he comes up with the catch in foul territory for a big second out. And now it's Matt Wright coming out to a Beastie Boys classic, and see if he can be a beast at the plate here. And takes down and in, ball 1. No sleep till Brooklyn, huh? Well, okay. Keep this line moving here. Bases loaded, 2 out for Medford. Good off-speed pitch. Drops in there for strike 1. Looks like something you feel like you should crush if you're expecting it, but got to be patient here. See, not what he wanted. 1-1. That'll be a grounder to second. Takes a turn on the second baseman. He bobbles it, fires out to first. In time for the out that retires the side. Oh, man. Light flashed before Charlie Conway's eyes there, but he makes the play for the out that retires the side, and Medford leaves the bases loaded. 1 hit, 2 walks, no runs. 3 left through 5, 6-0 Stoneham. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow afternoon as Senior Week continues with Florence Academy baseball taking on BB&N in those Spartans Senior Day. Not the Stoneham Spartans, but the LA Spartans. You can watch the game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel. Buy a DVD or digital copy game of the LSP store, and don't forget to subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel, of course. All right, we'll go to the top of the 6th. Time running out on Medford. They had a chance I honestly didn't think they would be able to get today, given how Donovan's been pitching. Almost cracked him, but he leaves the bases loaded. Medford still scoreless through 5. And I'll try to get the changes from Roz in a moment. And actually, it looks like Lombardo's still out there on the mound. I'm trying to make sure we don't have any other changes. And we had Moody pinch hit for Marino. Wright's still there. Yeah, it is Moody now at short. All right, so Moody's at short. And Pickle looks like still at second. All right. So that looks like just a straight up change. Nothing else shuffling there. So we go to the top of the 6th. Lottie to lead things off for Stoneham against Lombardo. Up and away. Ball 1. Lottie is 0 for 1. Walk, steal, and run score in the first. Walk and a steal in the second. Ground to third in the 4th. That's outside, ball 2. Just trying to figure out who was the one who was warming earlier for Medford. Looked like McDonough, but oh, wow. Airmailed there, and it's 3-0. But just check my stat sheet. It's maybe a 19 or someone else. Curcio and Moody are ineligible to pitch for what it's worth. And that'll be upstairs for ball 4. Leadoff walk drawn by Lottie, his third walk of the game. So here is Donovan after his toughest inning of the game so far in the bottom of the 5th. He'll try and unleash some frustrations here with the bat as the runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down to second. Doesn't even have to slide, does Lottie, to pick up his 3rd stolen base of the game. 1-0 the count, runner in scoring position. Donovan actually did bring in the first run of the game, got an RBI on the error by the 3rd baseman back in the 1st. Throw back to second, and nobody was there for it until out of nowhere came Piccolo to prevent it from going into center field. You can see Lombardo saying, hey, you were supposed to be over there, man. This is driven deep to left, curling into the corner, but it's a foul ball. Right size, wrong shape, 1-1. Out in front of it a bit too much. Wind would have carried it out for a 2-run home run if he straightened that out a bit, but he is going to get a single into left field here. Around third and scoring is Lottie. It is 7-0. Donovan picks up his first hit of the game and his 2nd RBI. And Donovan's going to stay out there on first after Ronis pinch ran for him when he reached last time. Here is Selly looking to reach base for the 2nd time. Walked and stole second back in the 1st. Grounded out to short in the 3rd. Flew out to left in the 4th. Want to know the count. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th, and that runs inside. Throw down to first into right field. Donovan is going up to second on the E2. So 2-0 count, and Selly with a runner in scoring position. We didn't have our first hit of this game until the 3rd inning. It was already 3-0 Stoneham, but it is now 3-0 the count to Selly. Charlie Conway is due up next. Taken all the way for strike 1. So everybody in the Stoneham lineup is reached so far. And that'll be ball 4. And Donovan was thinking about 3rd, but will stay put. 1st and 2nd, still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Now you might start thinking about the run rule if you're Stoneham. Obviously, Medford would still have to bat in the bottom half, but maybe shorten this game a little bit. Fortunate. This is into right center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Being waved around 3rd is Donovan. Here comes the throw to the plate. The tag is there. He is out. Not a particularly close play. Like I say, start thinking, run rule territory. You don't want to just run yourself into outs. Here's Toronto. Down low for ball one. Toronto, 2 for 2. Sack fly, RBI in the first. Double and run scored in the third. 2-run home run in the fifth. He's driven home 3 of Stoneham's 7 runs. And he'll pop this one up into left center. And it'll be caught. Long run. They almost got him back at second. Wow. They almost got Selly drifting too far off the second base bag. But on that ground that Orchid had to cover going into left field, basically, to haul that one in. 2 down now. And here is Ben Bruno. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And strike one. In the bottom of the 6th, Medford is going to have top third of the order due up. Mangan, Wright, and Curcio. Selly at second, Conway at first. First 4 reaching this inning for Stoneham. Up and in, ball 1, but only one of them is scored. Lottie walked the whole second and then ended up scoring on Donovan's RBI single. Donovan got to second on an error, but was thrown out. A fly out to center, and now swing and a miss. It's 1-2, 7-0. I mean, we talked earlier in the game about getting up 3-0 earlier, but after 6 walks and 4 errors, should be up by way more than that. And those are things you have to take advantage of when it's tournament time. Full count now, so the runners will be going with the pitch with Kniff on deck. Again, it's Selly at second and Conway at first. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Runners go. Down low. Bases loaded for Kniff. Didn't even have his catcher's gear on, even with 2 outs in the on-deck circle. So Bruno reaches for the second time. It's another walk. And Kniff walked each of his last 2 times. Full windup here, and this is laced into center field. It's knocked there. Oh, he did not catch it. Oh, tough break there at short. Moody knocked it down, and it's going to end up being a 2-run single for Kniff. Moody dove to his left to try and haul that one in. It trickled off his glove into center field. 2-run score. It is 9-0, and ends up being second and third after the throw to try and get the second runner. Conway was late. So here's Jason Nutting. That's high, and no advance by the runners. Ball 1. So 2 RBI on the play for Kniff. It's now Bruno at third, Kniff at second, and a 1-0 count to Nutting. Fouls that straight back, 1-1. About to hit the 2-hour mark of this game, or the 1-hour 50-minute mark anyway. Start at 4:17. 9-0 our score. 3 more runs here in the top of the 6th for Stoneham. Up and away, 2-1. Nutting is 0 for 1. Walked, stole second and third, and then scored on a wild pitch in the second. And then walked in the third, then flew out to right in the 5th. 3-1. The leadoff hitter, Shield on deck. Up and away. Ball 4, third walk drawn by Nutting today. Bases loaded. 2 down. And for the 5th time today, it's Shield to the plate, trying to get his first hit. Led off the game of the walk and eventually came around to score the game's first one, which still is the difference at this point. And walked and stole second in the second, since then struck out swing, flown out to center. That's up and away for ball 1. 9-0 our score, Stoneham on top. They led 2-0 after 1, 3-0 after 2, 4-0 after 3, 2 more in the 5th, and now 3 so far. Here in the 6th, this has popped up on the infield and behind shortstop. It's out of the reach of Moody. 2 runs are going to score. Can't fault Moody on that one. The sun, you know, and the just took off behind you. 2 runs score, Bruno and Kniff. And we're going to have a pitching change for Medford as it's 11-0. Stoneham, runners at the corners, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And it is, in fact, going to be DJ McDonough taking over on the mound. Roz, McDonough, and that's it. Just McDonough. Price is going to stay in the game defensively, or? No. McDonough is now back in that spot. Okay, so McDonough, and then who's going to play first? Who's going to play? Gotcha. And is Jack in center? Okay. Let's run around the changes with Roz. Sorry about that, folks. In the meantime, advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So 11-0 Stoneham, 2 outs, runners at the corners. And it will be DJ McDonough on the mound. And he's going to re-enter the lineup, the batting order, in his spot where Price was. And then Lombardo is going to be at first, and, or excuse me, Orchis is, yeah. So Orchid's moving from center to first, and Lombardo is now in center. So 11-0 as we proceed with the top of the 6th. And Matt Lottie will bat for the 2nd time this inning. Stoneham's batted around. Let's give you McDonough's pitching stats real quick. He is 5-0, 5 innings, 1-0 this season with a 4.20 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP. That is up and in for ball 1. So we have Nutting at third and Shield on first. Lottie to the plate for the 2nd time this inning. 3 walks, 2 runs to his ledger so far. 2-0. Bottom of the 6th. We are in run rule territory now. It would be Medford's last turn at bat unless they can get a rally going. It's going to be the top third of the order due up. Mangan, Wright, and Curcio. 3-0. Curcio had a great play in left defensively earlier this game, but back in the 4th, rather. Swing and a miss at a high one. It would have easily been ball 4. And Lottie thought he was going to come back down a little bit more and maybe try to club one over the left field fence, but so it's 3-1. Curcio can't pitch today after the no-no against Chelsea, and she also hit Medford's first home run of the year. It's now a full count, and Shield will be off with this payoff pitch. Pop foul. With Lottie in with Shield in motion again here on the 3-2. This is into center field and run down center by the new center fielder Lombardo, and that'll do it for the top of the sixth. But Stoneham pushes across 5 here in the top of the sixth to take an 11-0 lead into the bottom of the sixth. It's closing time for the Spartans. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming, taping, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also ask LSP about our services outside the world of sports and live events, including video editing, graphic and document design, pet sitting and walking, deliveries, etc. samfeelyppp@gmail.com for more information. A lot of that information is also on Thumbtack, too. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. And it is going to be Donovan going out there to try and finish what he started. He had 2 strikeouts an inning through the first 4, and then started to lose it a little bit. Leadoff single by Lombardo, and then back-to-back walks to Price and Moody. Then got Orchid to pop up to third and Wright to ground out to second, and that is the closest Medford has come to scoring this game. Bases loaded, 1 out, couldn't get anything across. And here they are on the precipice of being mercied in the bottom of the sixth. Unless they can, at least, have to be at least either at least 2 or at least 4. 4 would certainly keep the game going. If it's 8 after 6 or 10 after 6, we'll figure it out. Hopefully, if you're a Medford fan, it can get a rally going, and I don't know, we might be here a while. The Middlesex Reds youth team is here. I don't know if they're here for a practice or a game, but whatever they're here for, they're going to have to wait a while. They're in game uniform, so it's like, I feel like I don't know if they practice in game uniform. I don't know. We're going to have a pinch hitter to start the bottom of the sixth for Mangan. It's a grounder down the third baseline, but fielded in foul territory. 4 strike 1. Your pinch hitter is number 2 in your programs. Number 1 in your heart, Mike Piccolo. And he is getting his 5th plate appearance of the season. Mike, 1 for 3 with a run scored plus a walk. And he hits this one into center field, and it'll hang up long enough to be caught by Shield for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. And we'll have another pinch hitter. And it'll be Derek Marino, pinch hitting for John Wright. Marino on the season. This is his 10th game, this is his 14th plate appearance. He's a 167 hitter, 231 on base percentage. He fouls that one off out of play for strike 1. Derek was 0 for 1 yesterday against Chelsea. Before that, 1 for 3 against Woburn. 2 for 13 is hitting on the season. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Curcio's spot is due up next. Had 2 pinch hitters to start this inning. On the inside corner, strike 3 called. And strikeout number 9 for Donovan. And it's the Mustangs' final out. Donovan stepping off. First pitch taken for strike 1. Alex Youngis down 0-2. Last strike of the home season for Medford here. Let's see what Youngis can do. Pinch hitting for Curcio, went 0-2 with a strikeout and a ground out to second. He'll hit this one on a hop to short, on to first in time. And the ball game is over. It is a 6-inning run rule victory for Stoneham in a game that took 2 hours and 2 minutes. Winning pitcher is Matt Donovan. Losing pitcher, John Poley. Stoneham's final totals: 11 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 7 left. Medford, no runs, 2 hits, 5 errors, 6 errors, and 3 left. All 3 runners they left on base were in that bases loaded 1-out situation in the bottom of the 4th, trying to cut into what was then a 6-0 Stoneham lead, but Stoneham put it out of reach in the top half of the 6th with 5 runs. And co-players of the game, Matt Donovan, complete game shutout, 2 hitters,